Oh boy. Okay, next up. Done these three. Li Xuan. Oh boy. I thought I was done with the broken stuff. Okay, let's just do this. Okay, I'm gonna show you all Li Xuan skills, but I'm just gonna tell you... Well, I'm gonna tell you that, technically speaking, he only has 4 skills. Nobody uses anything else. Ever, with this character. Why did I do that? That has no requirement for what I'm about to do. Either way, Li Xuan time. Let's do this. I can't say the rest of his saying when he dies. Me and a group of friends of mine actually love the death sound that Li Xuan has. It's a giant meme at this point. Okay, let's show off Li Xuan. So I'm gonna start with the ground, but the ground on him doesn't matter too much. Okay, that's 1 light, 1 heavy, it's fine. 2 light, 1 heavy, that's not very good. 3 light, 1 heavy, this is actually good. 4 light, 1 heavy, that's fine. Not amazing though, the third one is better. 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's his 5 light. This is his heavy, not worth your time. And now 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Heavy. This is obviously the heavy. So yeah, he has 3 attacks on the sky. And the first one hits twice. So this is what you're gonna see a lot of Li Xuan's doing, by the way. Give me a minute for me to... It's that easy to do, by the way. This is really easy. And I'm not even that much of an expert at this. It is super easy to do. That is ridiculously easy to do with him. It is by far the easiest goddamn aerial infinite in the game. Or combo, whatever you want to call it. Okay, let's actually start talking about his skills. First up, Celestial Orbit, Chi Focus. Or him in the toilet. Or as we like to call, the toilet. He's taking a what we like to call it, he's taking a shit. Because of that voice. This is bullshit. Yep, it doesn't seem that good. But this thing has a ridiculous area of effect. And I mean ridiculous area of effect. It is big. It's a big area of effect around him. And it absorbs people that are not used to this. It is one of the 4 quintessential Li Xuan skills. One of the 4 essential Li Xuan skills. Celestial Orbit, Chi Focused. Not only does it give him a good amount of drive, it puts people in the... It rams them to you, puts them in the air, and immediately you can go into something of infiniting them. Congratulations, if you're fast enough. Next up, Chi Shot. Go! This ability is funny on how sad it is. Okay, this is the one ability I'm gonna actually have. It's kind of funny because it's a projectile that's not that big and doesn't go even that far, but it's kind of funny. Its existence is kind of funny, and it's not good. It's not very good. It doesn't do a lot of damage either. It's just funny sometimes when I like to meme with other people and they play Li Xuan. They use Chi Shot as like the meme ability of like, let's use Chi Shot, try to kill someone with Chi Shot. It's kind of the funny build. It's the funny ability of this kid. Any questions you might have, chat, by the way, don't forget to ask. Anyways. But yeah, Chi Shot is more of a meme, not so much actual effective. It lacks a lot in comparison to a lot of other things. Next up, Explosive Chi Breath. This thing you can redirect slightly, and it's his only, technically it's only assassin skill. It can do a lot of damage, but this is a big but though. The problem with explosive chi breath, it takes a bit to build up. You can't exactly combo into explosive chi breath. It's not that bad, being fair. There are a lot worse skills than this. It's just not amazing. It's fine. It's a fine skill, but it's not part of the 4 essential skills. Next up, Assassin's Dark Tools. This stun is interesting. It's a stun. It's a fine stun. Nothing amazing about it, realistically. It works just about like every other stun, not accounting, you know, Medusa. It can be blocked. It's not very long range though. It's only in front of him as well. It's relatively fast though. So I guess you got something there, but it's nothing amazing. Again, not part of the 4 essentials Li Xuan skills. Basically, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's go to the actual essential Li Xuan skills. The rest of them, at least. So, Li Xuan has... Now, here's the build everyone uses, and nobody uses anything different from this Li Xuan build. And I mean, almost nobody. Okay, not nobody, but almost nobody. So this is the build. Literally, this is the build. This is the build everyone uses. Celestial Orbit, Fan Lightning, Back Elbow Strike, and Sphere Boundary. Why? I'll show you. Well, Celestial Orbit I already showed you, but I'm gonna show you the other 2 bullshits. One of them is a lot worse. If Celestial Orbit's good, but it's not that amazing, but the other 2, oh boy. Or actually, one of them is. Now, usually I'd go from Fan Lightning to Back Elbow to the bottom one. I'm gonna start with the bottom one though, this time around. So the bottom is invisibility. So he's invisible to other enemy players, obviously, and only visible in the minimap. Now though, this has a property. It is not a buff skill. Sphere Boundary is not a buff skill like the other one, like normal ones. Because 2 reasons. First, it doesn't give you priority on your abilities and basic attacks like normal buff skills. It doesn't work that way. It's not a sword buff. But it has another property instead. Basically, all damage you do while on Sphere Boundary is actually back attack damage, which is 20% up. Or would be 20% extra damage if you're not Li Xuan. If you're Robin, it's 20% extra damage. If you're Li Xuan, it's 50%. Because he's an assassin. So, technically speaking, because he's an assassin, his back attacks do, instead of 20%, they do 50% extra damage. And his Sphere Boundary makes every attack you do a back attack, no matter what, even if you're in front of them, you're doing 50% extra damage on everything. Everything does 50% extra damage. Yes, it's dumb. There's some abilities that should not have 50% extra damage. Okay, let's just leave it at that. Okay, time for the rest. Next up, Fan Frickin' Lightning. This is his drive gain skill. It's fast, it's got a frickin' huge cone, and it does a good amount of damage. And also, it's got a very short cooldown if you haven't noticed how fast that cooldown's coming back. So spam this like there's no tomorrow, basically. Spam Fan Lightning until you die. And now, by far, his most broken skill. Do tell me this. Can you react to this? Okay, now, you might see the beginning of it. Let's say you saw the beginning of it. Okay, maybe I can actually react to it. What if they're invisible? Can you actually react to this? You can't. I'm gonna tell you right now. Either you already know he's gonna do that, or you're screwed. This skill, not only is it probably the best rush skill in the game, by far, it is extremely fast. It does a ton of damage. It is the most damaging skill in his kit, not accounting Chi Breath. Okay? This skill is the bullshit. The actual level of bullshit on that skill is dumb. For him. I hate... The main reason I hate fighting Li Xuan is the combination of invisibility with him doing whatever he wants while invisible and back elbow striking you into this and killing you. Yeah. It is the worst. Fighting Li Xuan is actually one of the highest levels of freaking cancer. And that's just without me even using attack speed buff. Imagine if I activate attack speed. What's gonna happen here? Everything's faster, right? Everything I do is faster. Including this. Yes, that is faster as well. It is somehow can be faster than before. Can do shit like stuff like this. Yeah, he is a really easy character to play. Or maybe it's just, you know, bullshit your way through things. Congratulations, Li. Yep, I've just taught you just about everything you need to know about it. Oh, right, I forgot one thing. But there is one thing I forgot to show, the drive skill, right? Okay, let's go back there. I'm sorry, chat. I forgot the drive skill. Oh boy. And after the Gilderay one where I was so happy. I was so happy doing the Gilderay side of guide. My happiness has gone downhill immediately after when I get two characters I know how both broken they are, especially this one. More than Darius, of course. Okay. His drive skill, right? I'm just gonna show you how usually people will use his drive skill. Invisible. Oh yeah. You can't see this. You're dead. Nope, you're already dead. See, the moment he says, huh? The moment he does those two initial fists, if you're in the area, you're dead. The game doesn't care. If you're in the area when he does the ha, say, without the explosion, you are dead. You're already dead. The only clue you have to you know, avoiding his drive is you will not be moving in the minimap. Yeah. If he's not moving in the minimap, if you don't see anyone, but you see on the minimap that someone's not moving, get the hell out of there. It's Li Xuan doing his drive skill. Also, he is immune during his drive skill. You cannot stop his drive skill. His drive skill cannot be stopped. Once he activates it, it's going. Nobody's gonna stop that. Ever. Ever anyone is gonna stop that drive skill. So there you go. And this is why I don't like. And this is why he's really strong already. If you haven't already noticed, also because he's an assassin, he doesn't suffer from Berserker weakness. On contrary to Mr. Darius, Li Xuan does not suffer from Berserker weakness at all. Obviously, not a Berserker. And now it's time for me to show you. Now, here's the thing. Per character, I usually give you 3 builds, right? 3 builds. I don't have that. I have 2 builds for you. It's the recommended build, obviously. And by recommended, I just mean use it always. You know what? Always use this, and what I'm gonna call the meme build, because there's no more builds for him. Okay, let's go all blue build. All blue build. You always use this. Fan Lightning, Celestial Orbit, Backable Strike, Sphere Boundary. You're done. Meme build. Celestial Orbit, Chi Focus, Chi Shot, Explosive, Chi Breath, Assassins, Dark Tools. And this all blue bullshit just because if you don't want it in the no invisibility build, if you want it, all blue. Let's just go. No reason for me to... Search, create a room, and we're going. Rome! Roma! It's time for Roma! Again. But yeah, it's, Li Xuan is, it's something. I'll say it's something because I got nothing else to say about it. Like, quite literally, it's just Li Xuan. There's nothing I can say about it at all. More than I've already said. It's like, go invisible, start getting dry, catch people with elbow strike into this, and they're dead. Congratulations. Also, just like every Li Xuan player, don't forget to completely spam the hell out of this to kill enemies. Once you're in dry. Obviously use your skills to get as much drive as possible. Yep, that's how easy it is. That's how easy it is, chat. They can't do anything while their hit's done by that, by the way, at all. Once you have drive, you know, go ham. I don't even know if I hit anybody. Don't use this melee on the ground, by the way, a lot, because they're not as good. I will actually not deny his melee. The basic attacks in the ground are not that great. And once you have the drive skill ready, Shinai! Dead. Yep, see, told you. The range is dumb as well. I'm not very good at this. I've seen it done though. Again, I don't play Li Xuan much. He's still dumb, but they're wrong. Obviously, if you got invisibility on request, and you're dead. Yeah, Backable Strike will basically just kill just about everyone, by the way. Every time. Or, well, not by itself, but you get the point. It's like, catch them with back elbow, go into the air, kill them. Okay, now if you don't want to play what I consider not a very healthy type of playing, which is using this, I don't consider this very healthy for the game. I'm gonna play him a little differently now. The thing is, that's true, his basic attacks on the air, on the ground are not great, but you can just do this instead. Yep, also that breaks guard. So yeah, watch out for that. Right, once you got drive again, go ham. Oh yeah, basically, by the way, while on drive, Li Xuan basically does 9999 damage all the time. Every ability does 9999 damage. Always. And that guy's dead. Told you. The moment he says say hi, he's dead. I really don't have a lot to say about Li Xuan more. Also, I got 7 points. Wow, that's okay. So it actually is the max at 7. So what do I have to say about Li Xuan, besides what I've already complained about and what I've said? What is his weakness? If there is one. There is one small weakness. Technically speaking, his buff skill is not a buff skill. Technically speaking. But it doesn't matter. Invisibility is dumb. Because even though, yes, they're still visible in the minimap, you can't see what they're about to do on the actual map. It's still annoying to actually find a person that's invisible. Okay? It's still really annoying to try and, you know, pin the target down who's invisible. And especially when he can basically do way too much damage to you, it's even less fun. So, what's his rank? From D to EX, being D, C, B, A, S, EX, is EX, easily EX. He's probably the strongest character, non-accounting one character. Non-accounting maybe one or two characters, he's probably the strongest character in the game. Actually, he was the strongest character in the game until they put something in. That something took his spot instead. But he's still very much high up there. He's still dumb. He is by far one of the most strongest characters in the game. And that's him. That's Li Xuan in a nutshell.